I'm going to be there in a minute. I'm going to be there in a minute. I'm coming. I'm coming. Just going over here for a minute. Give me a minute. I'm going to be there in 1 minute. Okay, I am coming. Give me 1 minute. I ate something, got stuck. Yeah, I went to the kitchen and I had to clean some pots and pans. Pots and pans. Why am I here? I have absolutely no idea. I'm very tired. I'm up, I'm down. So, did I discover anything tonight? Is anything new? I'm actually here if you want to ask questions. I did have a little vision today. The separation of the alphabet between M and N. It's just so ironic that when it separates, it shows 1 and 1. So I think of all the things about number 1, and one of them shows me the connection between 1 and 1. 1 on one side, 1 on the other, which is the A letter. Okay, doing the two of them. But I would end up putting the O letter. Now I'm just thinking, and I know that A and E being both of 1 and 5, the 15th letter would be the O. I know in language, in English, because I'm having trouble to find separation, that your first basic creation is AB equaling to C, or a continuation of counting of ABC. When we get to M, it becomes MLK, counting backwards as A1, L2, and K as 3. Funny, CK, right? Coming together like in clock. So in numbers, after 9, we have a continuous word as 10. But 10 is a combination of 1 and 0. 1 equaling to 34, 0 equaling to 64, equaling to 9 and 8, 17. 9 the birth into the 8 heaven. They're not the same thing. The 8 and the 9 are not the same in the deck of cards, although I did find another deck of cards that showed the same assimilation of where the little images are, like the heart, the diamond, the spade, and the club. I hope you're keeping with me right now. I hate to explain it. I lose my place. Just give me 1 second. I have to do something. I have to. Okay, I have to take away this. Oh, I have to go right here. I have to comment a comment that I did not forward to Mr. I'm not really too sure to who. I know we had. What is this? Okay, just 1 second. 1 second. I have to. No. Okay, I found it. Just give me a second to figure this out. As 3, funny, CK, right, coming together. The separation of the alphabet. A and E being both of 1 and 5. Okay, now I remember what I was talking about. Since when we get to 13, everything changes. Up to 12, they're all numbers. Although T like 2 and 11 has nothing to do with 1, has to do with, this is where A and E comes in. On a dice cube, the A letter, which is the center dot, is also located on the 5 dot E. Yes, coincidences, this is the way it is. This is what I do. I break apart how and what can be what because of the position it occupies, as in this case, it's the dot. So I'm assuming that 1 and 1, 1 and 2, but not 1 and 3. Because when 1 and 3 come together, it becomes a teen. So all you have is 1 and 1, 1 and 0, and 1 and 2. And it stops right there. It stops at 3. So what happens when you get to 1 and 3? What happens when you get to 1 and 3? 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 1 and 6, 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, and 2 and 6. And that's it. You cannot use any more of these letters for the alphabet. So there's a situation going on. 17 is unlike what is 16, 15, 14, 13, although they are already all in the teen family. When adding up 13 to 19, okay, that'll be 70 and 45 and 42, 112. Is that what it is? I'm just trying to think. 13 plus 14 plus 15 is 42, plus 16 and 17 and 18 is 51. So that's 93, 103, 112, 11 and 2. K and B, BK, 11 and 2, 112. 112 equals to 4. I'm just thinking. So what happens is it's 112. 112 is the value of the teen house. But French has told me that we're going to start to separate everything at 17, 18, and 19. So the cube tells me that we go from 1 over to 6. So therefore, we are 16 going towards what the cube is. But at 17, 18, 19, it's not the same. And nor basically can you find it on the cube. The 8 on this cube is on one side. There is the 8. The 7 is over here. This is 7 and 8. So if you're looking for your 17th gateway, I knew I had it number 17, right? I knew I had it 17. Okay, 4 and 6 equals to 10. Okay, so what happens is the 1 and 8 void to the 2 and 7 void. And that is 15, and this is 3, this is O, this is C, equaling to R18. Okay, there's something else missing here, 1728. I'm just trying to think, 17. Why did I mention the 17? Just give me a second here. Wow, I keep getting it and losing it. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 will both create that situation of 7 and 8. I'm just trying to understand why I said it this way. This is the second time this has happened to me today. What broke the wagon down? Anybody there? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, before I started, I was cleaning the dishes. I forgot that I had started it. I was too tired to really even do the video. So anyways, first of all, my face is Anyways, okay. I think I got that okay. So what brought on that 17? Is it because 17 in its mathematics will create both 7 and 8, which is found on number what is 1 and 2, but is replaced, okay, with numbers 5 and 6. The reverse of these two are 1 and 2. Now, the 1 and the 2, how can I explain this? The 1 and the 2 have two different perspectives. Okay. One of the perspective is that if we can only count to 5, because on the other side of 5 is 6, and you would be on the complete opposite side of the cube. There are 6 sides. When you throw them, this is the understanding of the perspective of a child. How old the child is, I don't know. But we always call our kids our children. So by the perspective of a child, which is take it as base value, when the cube is sitting on the table like this, you will be able to see 5 sides, but you will not see the 6th. You will not see what is 180 degrees away, that everything else is only 90 degrees away. So you would end up of what is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 sides equaling to 15. And on the bottom one, you'll end up with 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and still 5 sides, but this one will add up to 20. In this one, you're missing 6 and 15, and in this one, you're missing 1 and 20. 21, 21, that's what they have to equal to. With 15, you have 15 balls in the game of pool. In 20, okay, you have 20 on the dartboard. When you add up 1 to 15 or 1 to 20, it equals to 120. It equals to 210. I'm going to show you what I'm going on in this, but let me take you to another level. That once you finish off with E, that fifth letter is E. The 6th letter is F. The total of 15 is O. The total of 20 is T. If I add up 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, it equals to 21, and the letter is U. So if I spell O-E-U-F, and somehow this T has to stick its nose in there. Okay, in fact, I should have did this diagram a little bit different. I was supposed to be using this one and this one, but I used this one over here. And the reason for that is if when 5 is up, you will not see 2. When 6 is up, you will not see 1. When you see this combination over here, you will see 11 and 8 will come together. H and K. Did I get that right? Let me do this again. Sorry, I did that wrong. Let me get made a mistake. Made a mistake. When 6 shows up with 3 and 5 shows up with 4, first of all, the letters will come out to be this. This is one of the words. 3, 6, 4, 5. 7, 11. But anyways, here we have 7 and here we have 11. And that's what this word says. So for when we come into the game, as 1 and 2. We have 1 and 8, and we have 2 and 7. And here we create 3 and 15. This happens to be the sun cube of Mars creation. And I say it because the numeric value for Mars is 51. The cube is 31. Electric company being the third and the fifth letter, okay, running together like Herbie the car. And the word sun in a Pythagorean count is 135. The separation of our alphabet as the 13th and 14th letter is 13 and 5. The 13th letter being M, and we can take it for matter. This also used for water, and the AT coming together. Okay, I didn't want to put this one in here. I should remove it. This says where. When you're on the sending an email, you put this sign over here. So I replace it. So instead of saying the matter like this, I keep the M out because the M is now an expression of its design. It's in 3 worlds. The M is a Roman numeral is 1000. And when you design the artwork, it creates this. Now, I'm not sure if we can install this in the pitchfork of Neptune right now. We're just going to keep this, understanding it as Roman numerals 4, 5, and 6, or fed in a definition, or death, whichever way you want to do it. 454. When this comes together, it's talking about the sun passage. It's talking about the IT system for whatever it is. It's coming between the gateways, the 2 bookends, F and F, which means it's not in the first house or in the center house. It's in both the first and the last houses. The reason for that is the bookends are the same. If they weren't the same and it was S or H, it would be a little bit different. And the reason for that is the scaling of 7 in gematria, doing it this way. I can also do it this way if I want. This is going up to 7, and then going down to 1, and then going over to 1, and then going over to 7. And this one would be T minus counting, and this would be G. I'm not sure if you can follow, but I just give you a basic. The basic of that. What I'm talking about is where is it? It's right over here. Right over here. See, we get the 7 over here and 7 over here, and we can continue up, right? And this is, I'm not sure if they go through this gate and they live in this world. If it's 2 separate worlds, it has to be discussed. There is an error in this design. The 13th number stick together if I'm correct, but there's a crisscrossing of number 15, and that would be the crisscrossing of the pool balls. So when you want to go to 8, I don't want to go up and show anything, but 8 is right over here. It's right in the window. 8 picks up both 7, 6, and in Stoughton 8 is 9 just below right over here. It's hard to just talk and not show you it exactly. This is part of, I think, Nikolai Tesla. And what I just did here is baseball. One of the things about some certain things in life, I can't get my face on here, can I? Some of the things that are happening in this world in baseball, there's a possibility of 4 balls for the walk and 3 strikes for the out. But yes, so 4 and 3, and that's a total of 7, but it doesn't happen. Either it's going to be 4 balls and 2 strikes, and you take first base, but you don't take it anywhere. You walk to it, or you're out. It's 3 and 3, 3 balls and 3 strikes, and you're out. So 3 and 3 is when apparently the, can I say the JC came into the world, Christmas began. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, 33 degrees. 33 degrees, and 57 degrees create your 90-degree angle. 33 and 57. 57 is the numeric value for the moon. As 75, if used as 75%, it can also say 3/4, noted for 3 and 4, 4 and 3, or 1 and 1/3, which is 5 divided, which is 4 divided by 3, 1 and 1/3. Where was I? I shouldn't do so much explaining. Oh, yeah. So in baseball, when there's 7 pitches, so 4 and 2, that's the dividing gate. 9 lives the cat, living on the farm, E-I-E-I-O. The reason for E-I-E-I-O is not only is it 59 minutes, 59 seconds, but when you have 9, you have 5. What is in between? 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8 in the deck of cards. 6, 7, and 8 in the deck of cards. I got no 8 card. What good are these cards? I don't want to go open up a new deck. Do I have to open up a new deck? Okay. I am going to show you. Here, I'm going to put it down here, make it easier on myself. Okay. Here is the 6 card. Here is the 7 card. And I don't have the 8 card. So you notice that there's 3 here and 3 here. See H and I, right? You see that? H and I. But it continues on. Yes, so here's the 7 card. So the difference with the 7 card and the 8 card is right over here. And that's it. So the 6 is not only inside the 7, but it's inside the 8. So since 6 is in 7 and 8, it is in the Heaven's Gate. Then I'm just trying to think. So since 6 is inside the 7 and the 8, then we need to play with this one over here, the Heavens of the Spirit, as the 6 is inside both of the 7th gate, the house of Bait, the Spirit in the house of Bait. So now I'm just trying to see what's going on here. The 6, 7, and 8. Yes, the 8 will become what is the queen, and the 7 will become what is the king. And it's not by choice, but the 3 in both of them, what will become the 6 as the jack. This is the setup creation, and that is not my choice, but that is by the choice of the deck of cards. Whatever I do is I just find the bullet points of the reality that is set before us. Nothing more. Nothing more. Baseball. So let me clean up these cards. I don't like when the desk is a mess. Move things around. Pick. Let's do one thing at a time. I misplaced. I feel a little sad tonight. I got a gift as a wolf tooth, and I misplaced it. I took it off. It was pulling on me, or I had to take it off for a reason, and I did. And now I don't remember where it is, but I find everything. I was talking about the 6, 7, and 8 and how it relates to the Jack, Queen, and King. So I was going to go into the deck of cards and explain it to you that with the Queen, you can see she has 2 eyes, Every one of the suits of the queens have two eyes. So there's four suits. So 4 times 2 or 42. 4 times 2 or 42. Or 2 4s or 4 2s. Remember, I'm just growing up and I'm just learning now. So with the king, there are 3 cards, okay, times 2 eyes. And there is 1 card, okay, times 1 eye. So here's another mathematical equation. So also, are there 3 2s or are there 2 3s? So situations are created. So this is the queen, and this is the king. So what's the jack? Well, the jack is 2 cards, okay, with 2 eyes, and 2 cards with 1 eye. So now you'll say, are there 2 2s or is there 1 2? So we have all these situations, and this one over here, we're going to call this ape, and we're going to call this the ape window. The ape window, and we're going to go 22 and 88. You know our cycle of 28, the ape window of Pegasus. Why is it ape? Is it hanging from the trees? It's something to do with bananas? I don't know. But in order to put forward information, the river has to keep on flowing. Whichever way and wherever they share the energy that's coming into the earth, it has to be passed and accepted by our likes in this system. This is what I believe. And as they're accepted, they get flushed out because the knowledge is known, and now everything was shared, and now it's fair. Now it's fair. I'm talking about this digital world. If this was in games, and when I decipher my games, I have to make a game in itself. I have to create something. It's almost like a garbage can with a name. And I have to make up a story that why the snowflake is different. It's different pieces and parts of information. And obviously it 100% is. The information is what creates the different snowflake. Obviously, whatever that information is, it's different. So that's why the snowflake is different. Can we understand what it's saying? I don't know. I just know in order to be different, the information has to be different. Let me read what has been written, and I got to go to the kitchen and get something to drink. Victoria Vieira, Life of a Sun Angel. The VIE is the AI world. It's 21. It's the cubic world. Where do I get 21? Blackjack. 21 is also related to the moon. And the reason I relate it to the moon is the moon diameter is 2,160 miles. But in 21, you don't see a 6. See, the thing is, all voids are 6s. All voids are 6s. When you looked at the deck of cards at the 6, 7, and 8, when you bring life into the soul with the spirit through the heavens, that is what ignites those 2 dots in the center when you're bringing it in. And I'm assuming that the 8 card is representing the 2 moons of Mars. Mars gets the queen. And the one, and the one, what was I going to say? Mars gets the queen. Oh, yes. And the 1 moon is the Earth moon. And that might be able to be represented by the king because it only has 1 card with 1 eye, where the queen has no cards, but all cards with 2 eyes. So it just represents the queen representing Mars and the king representing Earth. So what is Jack with both 2 and 2? That is a question I would have to answer. But it's all about blackjack and the connecting moons. So that is the king and the queen, and I'm off the story. I'm trying to figure out where I was right now. I've lost myself. I need to get something to drink and come back and focus again. That's what happened sometime. And also, I did not finish with 17, 18, and 19, French and English. I didn't finish with first, second, and third. You know, we stand on 17 in blackjack. ST first, ND second. We take two positions in order to move forward. We have to go from A to B. And when we're walking, our foot ends up on C, and then we can meet our feet, unless we take a half step, because we have 2 feet. So if we only take, every step is more or less a half step. Anyways, I don't want to get into that because that's discussable, and I rather do some concrete stuff. Just look, get something in the kitchen to drink. Oh, it's dark. It's dark. I probably shouldn't be drinking juice this time at night. Okay, let me go through these center field CF. Okay, so that is also important. CF 3 and 6 very important together. 3 and 6 very important. So we have C and F. I was talking about the king, the queen, the jack. I was talking about 3 times 2 eyes and 1 times 1 eye. I'm just writing this down. I was talking about the queen. She has 4 times 2 eyes and 0 times 1 eye, because although she doesn't have 1 eye, the equation is still there. So we have to write down all the equations. And the jack has 2 times 2 eyes and 2 times 1 eye. So there's all kinds of stuff going in here. In fact, if you take a look at it, if you want to put the numbers together, we have 10, 11, and 12, making jack number 12, making the queen number 10, making the king number 11. But not only is the king 11, the king is also 7 and 23, 32, because we have to use all the numbers and create all the situations that were given to us. Also, the king would mix with the word home, and we're going to put over here, I'm just trying to think, home is number 41, king is number 41, queen is number 62, jack is number 25. So if I put king and jack together, I get 66. If I put the queen and the king together, the queen and the king, I end up with 41 and 62 equaling to 103, September. I would end up with 1 and 3, bar mitzvah. I would also end up with what is JC. If anybody knows the 10th letter and the 3rd letter, your basic creation of what is A1, B2, C3 equals to 6F. This is your completion. This is what 3 does. Now, your 3 actually comes out of this equation right here. But the next step is D4, which will now equal 10J. And this situation over here is there's a polarity coming in right over here for 2 reasons. Reason number one, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. They both get number 1 now in this position. We have started over. So from here to here, we started over from the 3rd year into the 4th year, which is now going to represent king me. 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. No other one represents that. The jack represents 2 and 2 and 2 of 1 eye. Two-eyed jacks and 2 one-eyed jacks. Oh my God, it's late. If I mix up the queen and the jack, you get 87. That is your extension to your gateway, but let's not get into that because that's discussable and I have nothing to show for it right now. But we were talking about something else. Hold on a second. 11, 17, and 10. These are the first letter in the names because the beginning of anything, you usually capitalize the first letter. So I use that ruling. But there's another reason why I came here to do this. September, Bar Mitzvah, JC 1 and 3, 4. I'm just trying to see. There was something else inside of this. I was talking about what the jack was. Yes. Sorry, the 6. So the 6 eyes of the jack. And then also the 6 card that has the 7 and the 8 inside of it. I'm just trying to see where I'm going with this right now. Oh yes, I was over here. Okay, so in this scenario that happens right over here, it's just ironic and a coincidence that the cube is the same thing as 6 and 4, 10. See, this is where it duplicates, right? But look what happens on the cube. 6 and 4, 10, and I turn it over to 3 and 1, 4. 6 and 4, 10, okay, to what is 3 and 1, 4. So the dice cube did it, and the odds in the casino, okay, are 9 to 5, or for an extra dollar, right? For an extra dollar, and they usually want to come to give you that green one, they'll give you 2 to 1 odds. So in this situation, you're getting birth. The difference inside of here is the 6, 7, 8, which equals to 21, which has the same value as one of these cubes, 21, but you get duplicated. So you're going to get 21 and 21, 42. You play with 2 cubes. They call it die. So when you die, you lose one of the cubes. And you go back to your basic cubic house. So anyways, when you pay and you get to the 2 to 1, you see it showing you. Here it's the 5. I don't know if I want to get into the mathematics of this and the story. Well, I'll give you the math. In order to create basic 5 is 1 times 1 equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 2 times 1 equals to 2. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. 3 and 2 equals to 5. So how many equations do we create to come here? There's 2 standard equation makers that my rule is, and my basic rule is you have to go at least to the next number. You have to take a step. Where was the other number? What was the other number? Okay. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 3 and 2, 5. The situation, hold on a second, I keep losing myself. I'm just trying to find what I can do with this if I'm going to do a turnover and go 2, 4, and then do another turnover and 3, 8. I like to call this the way binary code works, because binary code is like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. But I like to stop. 1 over to 2, over to 4, over to 8, over to 7, over to 5. Binary code does this. 1 to 2, over to 4, 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5, and what you have is 7x for your binary code. That's what this looks like. But anyways, I'm all over the place. It's so intricate, and it's got to be discussed where different things come from. I mean, if I'm looking at the cube at 1 and 2 to begin with, right, it automatically becomes this 7, 11. 3 dots not inside of this, 4 dots not in that. 7, 11 is this over here. This is what I like to call it élève. In French, in the game, they call it élève. They want to call it 11, but they call it élève. When I hear this, being a student and learning, and I just hear, I have no idea what they're saying, and I'm French, so I hear this. Student. So they're saying the words yo élève, and the numeric value for the letters are 25 and 15. Well, Earth holds those values as 52, and 15 is being held by the value of Mars. Then there's the mathematics in between the two, and there's other things that look alike. If I want to write 5 and 2, I would write Roman numerals like this. If I wanted to write 5 and 1, I'd write a Roman numeral like this, other than creating this and this scenario. In this scenario, okay, I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going too far. I'm not looking at the question, so hold on a second. Let me just do this. Let me just stop, okay? I'm going too fast. I don't like it. I like participation, so I got to just take a look at this. Victoria Vieira, good night from one of the buildings, okay? Green and yellow come together. I think it's blue in the center. I think it's some Africa. Africa. Good night, Robin. You're going to bed already, 1:22 a.m. Ooh. What gas this world's come to? Can you talk about formaldehyde? I probably could. Fomaho. I don't know what that word is. Is that the right spelling? Are you still here? Can you talk about fomaho? I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Do you have a definition somewhere about it? I want to see if I want to. Let me actually, you know what? Let me see something. Whoa. Hold on a second. Oh my God. Wow, I missed a lot of, oh my God, I missed so many of them. I'm so sorry. I don't know who's still here. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay, let me check this out. Just give me a second. Okay, and it's funny because 18 is such a huge number. It's a Reich. It's the Resh. In Hebrew, call it Resh, right? But in the alphabet, it's the 18th letter. In the Hebrew alphabet, I'm not sure what letter it is, but they give a numeric value to it of 200. You get 200 for pass go. When you pass go in Monopoly, okay, that means you have rolled 41 to pass go. Otherwise, you land on go and get twice your money. So we have to take all this into consideration. Also, it is the one spirit in the heavens. It's talking about, see, this is the one spirit, and the heavens is right here. I like to call this the heavens of Venus. Who told me about this? Well, I call it the one spirit standing up, because when I was a kid, my mother told me to stand up to go pee. So they always called it the number 1. And then you sit down for a number 2. So that's where I base my knowledge. What a great knowledge it is. And hold that torsion paper just right. One is the earth, and the other is the spirit, the salt, the ocean, and how everything connects. So we're going to go on to the next one. Green clovers. Now, I don't want to say clover. Hold on a second here. You can have over. You can have the sky come over. You can say Simon Says, have the sky come over, because inside the word clover is C and L. When you say them separately, ciel, it's saying, do you see her? It also says the sky in French. I go from French to English, from English to French. The word clover is 23 and 37 and 15. Did I get that right? 15 and 30. 52. Oh, clove is 52 and 23. Wow, 75. Very, very male and female. Male and female. We're connecting male and female, and we're also jumping into the teens. At 7, you jump into the teens. The reason for this is star math. How do I get 7? Number 13 or 31 will create 7 using the numbers in singularity. 1 times 3. 1 times 3 equals to 3. 1 plus 3 equals to 4 plus 3 equals to 7. The reason I don't have to use the multiplication will come out in a single box, where the addition will split 4 houses. See that? I have to follow what the paper wants me to do. I think I'm going to have to upgrade, because this is not very clear, eh? I don't know. Are you seeing this clear? Okay, so that's 7. And that is the bat mitzvah, bar mitzvah. And then there's the 1 and 2. So this is where I get my 5 and 7 from. And the word moon, okay, is number 57. The word moon has 4 letters. 4 times 27 equals to 28 and 80. 108 minus 57 equals to 51. And Mars equals to 51. So this would be the female, and this would be the male. So can we call it the king? Should we call this the queen? Although the queen had 8 eyes, I call it the queen for being female. In the deck of cards, also, the queen is the 12th card, and the king is the 13th card. 26, 41. Now, when you add 1 plus 2, it equals to 3, and 1 and 3 equals to 4. They are polarities of each other. Since we play with 2 cubes, we are going to have what is 8 to what is 6. That is the polarity. 86. So when you saw C43, it would be 43 and 43, equaling to what is 86. DC. DC. The word hot is number 43. The word cold is number 34. Together create 77, and the word matter is this. Hot and cold becomes what they say. Let's say it as warm. Let's say it as warm. But anyways, I have to continue on reading what is put out there. The questions, this is not about what I I'm doing. This is what everything. Okay, let me see center field. Clovers, can you talk about? Okay, I'm gonna look into this just shortly. I just want to run through Fox and Hound, F and H, both 66 somewhere. Mars Ape, yes, Mars Ape. Letter Rip. Um, A, B, C, D, E equals to 15, yes. And DE becomes the sun. And it's from DC to DE. So that is the passage of DC through E. And that's the sun again. Because 5 and 4 becomes the sun. It's the sun suits we're wearing right now. We wear the sun suits. And don't forget the picture cards. Like I said, Jacks has 6 eyes, but it's 6 and 6, 6 above and 6 below. The Queen has 8 eyes, but it's 8 above and 8 below. The King has 7 eyes, but it's 7 above and 7 below. So you can be talking about 2 eyes or 4 eyes. Smileys, C3PO. Okay, so if I'm going to do that, that is creation. And there's a design with this because the letter C is actually star system created by 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. That's the same way Fibonacci starts. And then when you end up with your base 3. So why is it talking about it? Is it talking because in order to have creation, you need previous creation. So now you're talking reincarnation. Because if you can create by the whim of creating, I don't know how. Okay, let's not get into that. Yo, 11 comes 7, right? And they're calling on the students, the orphans, us. Okay, I'm going to get into this soon. Say 10. Say 10. Remember Simon Says? I'll do a piece on Simon Says. Say 10. Satan. Yes, Satan. Yes, Satan. Yes, yes, Satan. Yes. 26, 36, 45. The passage of 10. The passage of 10. 410, communication. 41 is the home. You can also say 4160. I don't know what it is. Fractions. Yeah, when you use fractions, I would just take the word for there's the word action inside of it, the word act or cat, or where ACT comes together. When we refabricate that, I know it's my lingo, right? But I like to refabricate the understanding of an association of letters. And when ACT comes in, it's actually saying 132, which is 132 divided by 3 or 4. 40, 40, 40 is 120. 44, 44, 44, 132. Okay, area space. And when you have 3 numbers, I'm trying to think that when you have 3 numbers, one on this side, one on this side, that third number would be the average in between the 2. Just an assumption. 5 to 1. Yes, absolutely. So the wager is 2. So they're wagering 2, right? It's always, it seems to be never even money, especially at the racetrack, right? And it's a $2 wager. I'm just trying to think of it. I know in other places it's $5 apparently, but that's hearsay to understand. I think it came out of the Asian Pacific or something. Not really sure. But being on a 2 to 1 basis, right? Especially for a package of 12 numbers, 36 numbers, 36 numbers. If you choose a section of 12, it gives you 2 to 1, which means you put up 1 to get 2, meaning you have a total of 3. I'm trying to see where I'm going with this. I know there's an equation in this. I just don't know which one it is in the rules and the what do you call it? The odds of the cubes. 8 is 16. I love magic. Yes, VI is 6, right? Is the life of one birth. CT creation in the Taurus, first of all, in the secretary gateway, because Taurus, TOR, I always put that together, and that's through the moon. I was also talking about 2. When I talk about 2 and 1, it's the 2 moons of Mars to the 1 moon of Earth. And now when I speak about the 1 moon of Earth, because Mars is numeric value 51, I'm assuming that Mars association to Earth is through our moons. And our communication to Mars is through the 2 Mars moons. And it's just ironic that the names of the Mars moons are. What are the names of the Mars moons?
Mars has at least 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos.
I'm not sure if this is no, that didn't come out too good. Oh my God. Look what my computer just did. I didn't do this. I have no idea what it is. I have absolutely. Does it come from the other piece? I have no idea whatever that is. So this is the one here. Let me see. Can I? No, that's not what I want. Hold on a second. Anyways, I'll show it to you this way. It's so much easier. Phobias and demons. OS and OS, the operating system. Something a little bit deeper inside these names. I don't know yet. Capitalize them. I'm not sure. Hobos. I don't know. Hobos. Anyways. 1 Earth, 1 moon. Hey, is this science class now? Let me get rid of that. Science class? I don't know what I'm doing. Are we doing science? So anyways, let me get back to where was I? If anybody's new here, I know I keep going over the same thing. And look, Mona Lisa. The Roman god of dread. You know what that R is? That's our life. So now where did we get? We were over here. Do you remember when we were over here? Right? Clover Club is number 38. 11 and 22 will create that. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. Equals 8. That is your CH. 38. It also represents gold, which is also represented in French as OR. 33 and 38. The mathematics of this one equals to 35, and I like to note that as electric company. And there's 18 times 35 times 2. Excuse me, I'm going to explain this. One of the reasons, first of all, okay, there's so many things. This is a gateway. This is a divider of the 7th gate. Okay, it's ABC, so it's like a background-based creation connecting 2 worlds. 35 in roulette. Okay, what it means, if you put one chip, a single chip on a number, you will get this connection. you will get a one chip will get you the connection of electric company on roulette. The 18 times is because half the roulette board is times 18. So I like to use all the elements that were given to us, even the calculators, if they can work. Let me see. 35 times 18 equals 2. 630 times 2 equals to 1260. I have to figure out what that is. I've seen that before. I'm missing 180 to complete the 1440 minutes in a day. So this is 3 hours. So I end up with 21 hours. So let me see if I got that right. 21 times 60 equals to 1260. The other thing about that is this dice cube has 21 dots. So is there any relationship to this? I have no idea. I know in blackjack, it's 21 for blackjack. I know in blackjack, you stand on 17. I know your first step, and I know your second step. And when you take the first two steps, it just says stand, first and second. These two letters are Q and U, and we're always using the QUs for all our questions. The total of these two is 38. The 38 goes back to the value of the club. The value of club, which is the gold, and in French it's 33, which we'll talk about the rotation, okay, and the percentage of that rotation. Here is 9. Here is 6. We show the percentage sign between 6 and 9. Why? Because 3 times 3 equals to 9, and 3 plus 3 equals to 6. So I just like to create a little artwork and bring the two of them together. The reason I call it the sun system is because it's one of the numbers that brings the numeric value of the sun together between birth and the light cube. Now, I spoke a little bit earlier on about the separation of the numbers between when you get to number 12, 13 is a teen, all the way to 19 is a teen, but it's 13, 14, 15 equals to 42, and 16 equals to 58. But after that, it stops. There's no more. Those are the only teens that go together. 5 and 8 is 13. "13, 14, 15 equals to 42, plus 16 equals to 58. 4, 5, 6. Okay. It begins on the 13th moon. It starts on day 337 from day 336. Just talking in numbers, if I wanted to calculate it at moon time, the 12th moon at 28-day cycle is 336 days. Anyways, just keep that aside. So what happens next is you have 17, 18, and 19. They are not the same. This total over here is 54, and this total is 58. 9 and 13. 9 and 13 equals 22. 9 and 13 equals 22. MIV. I'm going to try to think of what that is. 1004. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you what I just did. Is that when you get to these in the French language, they say 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9. So they completely separated what was the teen into a separation of the teen where you count your teen up to 16, 4, 5, 6, and 7. What is that? 7 and 4, 11, 6 and 5, 11, 9 and 13. I'm just trying to see all the combinations. 13 and 9 equals to 22. The V letter, I also like to use it for ape, because the word ape equals to 5 and 1, and 16 in between, or let's say 175 base equals to 13. Pythagorean count. Now, where was I? So we did this, we explained that, and then you end up with CH, and I'm not going to do the rest of this piece. We did this piece over here where the percentage sign comes in, where we now have 6, 8, and 9 in this piece of work over here. We spoke about the hours, the dots, this equation of half the roulette board. Also note that 18 is noted to be the word Reich or Reich. So we have 1 Reich, 2 Reichs, 3 Reichs, 4 Reichs, and it stops on the 4th Reich. In between here and here, there's a polarity. You can have your 1st Reich, your 2nd Reich, your 3rd Reich, and after this, it turns over to the other side. It's the rule of this. You can go from 1 to 2 to 3, but the minute you get to 3, 4 is 180 degrees. We also note that our leap year is in the 4th year. We also note that 1, 2, 3 equals to 6 plus 4 equals to 10. So we know that 1 turned over on the 4th one. So once we get to 10, let's see it again. So we get, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Just let me take this over here. 19. So here's number 1, here's number 1, and here's number 1. So it turned over here and we went 1, 2. I'm just trying to see, you see in numbers, number 1 turns over quicker than it does the first time. It seems like it starts all over again. Because you notice number 10, the first one, the second one, the third one, boom. But the next time you get a number 1 is over here. You're always starting overlapping a year in these numbers. What does that mean? To a Pythagorean count, or to count to a single digit, 1 plus 9 equals to 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. I'm not going to compare it in this situation because it seems to be rotating on 3 here. But in this world, we seem to be rotating on 4. So there's and the queen, noted to be the 12th card, 1 and 2 is 3, and the king, noted to be the 13th card, 1 and 3 is 4. So there's a polarity. Noted that the queen has the 8 eyes, and she's going with 3 creation. Noted with the king with 7 eyes is on number 4, as for the bar mitzvah king, the 7th gate. So the king is, they're polarities of each other. Right. Smile. Oh my God. Yes, another word. Right. Yeah, Mars is. I'm going to get to what. I'm going to get onto that word. It's 100%. Listen, the first thing we all go out and we say, hey, look, what happens? What happens to Mars? It's marriage. Marriage. AGE. When A comes into the E world, A and E, it's the A, or the at sign, is also noted as the E at the beginning of it, because that's where you are. Here is your house, your orifice. 50-50, all or nothing. Last stand. Yes, last stand. I like that. First, last. Nine is the human holding the earth. 6 is the human standing on the earth, right? That's basically what I see. 9 is like the green screen. Um, it has all the passages, right? And you can never open all the passages at once. When one will open, one will close, because I don't know, that's just the way it is. It just um, on this dice cube, what it shows me is when I'm holding it this way, just look on this side and this side. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. So it's 8 of 8. There's 8 areas where there's nothing there. It's in the void. But when I take the cube and I turn it this way, there's nothing there. Whoop, I'm blocked. There's nothing here. So here it's 6 and 8, 6 of 8. So I know this is where the dividing gate. When they're separating 5 from 2/6 with 5 from 2/1, that's the half-life. 2 and 5 is Earth. So they're blocking Earth and its heart. And Jack the plug-in is passing through this cube. The reason just for that. One side of 6 is 8, the other side of 8 of 8. The total is 8 of 8. Hold on. It's 0 of 8 and 6 of 8. So it's 6 of 16. So it becomes 3/8. You follow what I'm saying? The total number of dots really are only 2. So there's 2 dots of 16 position, and now that becomes 1/8. Anyways, I want to get through this. Yeah, well, they're just a bit. The basic number for Earth and heart is 52. The word Jack is number 25. The mathematics bring on what is 10 and 7. And what's ironic for that is in baseball, when you go into extra innings, in French, you will say dimanche. Although it's the 10th inning, dimanche in language, in French, is actually the first day of the week, in order to be the 7th day of the week when you're talking about the weekend. Now I want to go on to hold on a second. Okay, I want to go on now. When I'm looking at this Formalhaut, okay, and they're showing me an eye, and it's reminding me of the cat. So wow, it has the bear design. You know, when they say the bear design, if I wouldn't be reading, I would say it's between sometimes awake, sometimes open, sometimes closed. And although it's marking it as BAYER, the reason I'm saying this is I like to do my own word analogy before I count any. Hold on a second. And a bear sleeps, and they talk about bears hibernating. So when you say a bear hibernates, so the eye is closed and awake, and the minute you say hibernate, first of all, bear happens in September, October, November, December. So we want to put that to the right. I think bear is also number 25 in the word BER. So you have the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th months holding the number 25. I'm just trying to go back to bear. Also, in the word bear, if I just take away the ER, because we know ERs are add-ons, referral to, it could be by the bay. So something to do with what a bay is. And maybe we can also say the bay window. but you're talking bare. I'm just going to go back to the word just to see a little bit deeper into the word. So I'm just going to take the value. So let's take away this B letter and just call it AYER. Can we find something from AYER? I mean, there's so many things going on with this word, because the B can be used as 13. The B is just one side of the Venus house. If you want to call it the Mars house broken down into Venus, can I say that? I want to do this a little bit backwards. Let's call it the Mars house. Forget about Venus. The only reason why we would have Venus existing is because Mars is both houses of Venus. Okay, it's 2 dots this way and 2 dots this way, but together it becomes the 4 dots. So maybe I'm wrong, and maybe the actual power of everything is it because Venus crisscrosses and builds into Mars, or does Mars break apart? And you note it to be, well, guess what? For me, 1 and 2 disappear. When 1 and 2 disappear, they end up in the 5 and 6. And in 5 and 6, they are the holders of both Mars and Mars Earth inside of the 5 because of that dot in the center. See the 3 crisscrossing across, or the 3 crisscrossing this way? They hold both angles from both sides, telling me that the pitchfork and the Luna moon, okay, is split between the 2 moons of both Phobos and Deimos, and that runs off of the Neptune pitchfork. Let me go back to formal. High. O means high. I usually like to see it the loneliest star, the loneliest state, the loneliest star. 44, area space. What is it doing occupying area space? Oh, the surface area is 8,590 K. Is that kelvins? Regardless, you can see it's the heavens of EI. It's a source. The EI is a source and a gateway. The number 59, I'm just trying to think. Number 59, instead of it being AE, or the beginning as AEI, it's EI. So birth in the energy, passing of the cube. Your bookends are 5 and 9. I'm looking at surface temperature. Age 44 for area space, a division between day and night in creation. Your luminosity tells me about a gateway and a birth. Your magnitude tells me again about a gateway. I always like to look at Pisces as pieces and parts. I like to take the first letter and the last letter, and I also want to ask myself a question. First of all, to begin the word pi, it tells me already that pi is a division. It's a rotating division. It's broken up into 3. So pi has to be, the beginning of pi or Pisces. I like to do this. Everything is, before anything gets mirrored, it would be, let me see if I can get the position right. 147 times 3 equals to 3 equals to 12 equals to 21. The total is 33 plus 3. Because this is not alone. If this is there, it's going to be helped by another number. And you notice that in the 5 position is the 1 dot. 5 position, 1 dot. So the division of this, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 2 plus 1 equals 3, 3, 3, 3. If you want to divide it, it'll be 0.333. It'll be 1.333. See, these are all fixed realities in math, and they tell their stories. This is going to be 1/3. Can we look at it as 1/3? 2, 5, and 8 times 3. Oh, by the way, the letters are C, L, and U. C, L, and U. If you wanted to start it again, you just see that word right there. This one would be 6F. This one is going to be 15O, and this one will be 24X. So we're finding lots of love. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. And F is 6. So you would have 3910 angel. I think you also have another word in there. Somebody gave me a word tonight. Is it score? I don't know. 22 and 33 is 55. No, score is 60. So 39 and angel. So that's your 666. And when you divide it, the same thing, it becomes 0666, 1666, and 2666. And all these are in the drop house of 33. I like to call it the drop house is 3, and this life house is 1. The heavens and life. Why do I say this? 1 over to 4 is 3, over to 7 is 3, 2 over to 5 is 3, is 8 is 3. And when you're moving vertical, horizontal, and vertical. What is horizontal? And vertical is up and down, and horizontal is across. So this would be 3, and then this would be 1. Did I make that mistake? Horizontal, vertical, right. So the H would be 1 heaven and 3 creation of life. I'm just going to put 66 and 8 equaling to 74. Jesus energy of time gateway. And do you want me to continue talking about this and explaining this, or should I continue on? Okay, so anyways, we have this, and this is full of love, hugs and kisses. Look at that. It is the gateway. And then, well, it's simple. 3, 6, and 9 is, well, when you divide it or you multiply it by 3, 3 by 3, 9, 3 by 6, 18, 3 by 9, 27, equals to 45. This equals to 39 plus 6 equals to 45. 27 and 27 equals to 54. So this would be the fox, and this would be the sun, because those are the numeric values for their words. This is Jupiter. Jupiter, 13. Did you know that the numeric value for Jupiter is going to create what Venus is? Nine times 9 equals to 81. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. 90, 90, 99. The program was reboot. And then this one is going to be 1, 2, 3. This is whole. So when we look at this, this is 1/3 and this is 2/3. So again, 1/3 and 2/3. 2 sides will equal to 7. 4 sides will equal to 14. 1/3 and 2/3. So can we can't look at this as the king. Let me think. I think I may have made a mistake somewhere. I know I made a mistake somewhere. God, I don't want to do this. Yes, 3 by 2 eyes, but the reality is it's really supposed to be, I think, written as 3 out of 4. Look here, two eyes. The king is 3 out of 4. The queen is 4 out of 4, and the jack is 2 out of 4. This is that real equation. And then with 1 eye, the king would be 1 out of 4, the queen would be 0 out of 4, and the jack would be 2 out of 4. It'd be the same equation, 4, 4, and 4. I just wanted to get back to that. I want to look more at formaldehyde, the loneliest star, the numeric value. Let me move back on, and then that's going to be it. I can't believe it's 2:25 in the morning already. It's late. FO, first of all, starting with FO, it's beginning with 66, showing me a gateway. Okay, it's also talking about another cube. FOMALHAUT, HUT, alternate roots. The H and A come in. Again, it's talking about a cube like this. Okay, it's talking about a void, the one dot with the 8 void. We also have 1000 M, we have L50. So we have Roman numerals as 1000, Roman numerals as 50. We have a 6, 21, 21, 31, 34, 35, 45, 47. FOMO is 47, representing time. So we're looking at high times. O meaning up. The sound of O meaning up, it also sounds like water and also a passage. Te a la mo. You have the word. It's just very funny. AU, there's a term for AU. I think it might be in electricity. I'm not sure. The H is silent. It's just there. And with this area space, you can pass right through it. So we got 47 and we got 9, we have 30, we have 50. The total count, if I got this right, is 97, 41, 42, 50, 12, 13, 26, 36, 41, 40. Yeah, it's 97. So it's a birth gate. It's a high birth gate. Something to do with it's a direct hit of time. I have to, you know what I have to do? I also have to remove repeating letters. So there's the A, so it'll be 97 and 96. So they're talking about something to do with a rotation between 9 and 6. That's the percentage sign. That percentage sign runs for the two worlds. It's the 7th gate for the 9 birth. Okay. There's a transformation going on in this place. 1050, right? So we know there's 3 worlds in it. What I would do in numbers is, how can I get to 1000? I can use another Roman numerals. So if I wanted to get to 1000, I will go 2 times D, Roman numeral D. I will use 20 times L. So if I use 20 times L, it's telling me about energy, and 20 times is for the letter T, so it's telling me energy in a gate. But all this has to be discussed, because I don't have enough information on this. I only can tell you what the numbers are telling me. Jupiter, Saturn, what's very funny about that is they're the 5th and the 6th planet. J and S, the J and S are both 1 and 1, but J is black and S is red. So they're polarities to each other. Well, Chronos is a word noted to be with time. K is the creation of C. It's also a division. It's also showing you in the artwork of the letter 5 less than 1, right? Because it's sideways. So how do we want to look at the 5? It's a combination of a V and a 1 together, but it's not taking any sides. It's showing you the right side is bigger than the left side in its design. And the RONO is telling us again a division. The sun, SON, is our sun, our time, our creation, and the dark sun, because Saturn, there's 3 letters in Saturn. Out of the 6 letters that say SUN, the other 3 letters say rat. And not only is it rat, but there's Taurus inside of it. I don't need all the letters to know that rat and Taurus come together. I know the rats are in the sewage system. So that would be Bell, because Bell is in the sewage system. They built it for that. and Bell runs the communication BCE 2, 3, and 5, which is not like 1, 3, and 5, which is the sun. We have 2, 3, and 5. We have 1, 3, and 5. We have 3, 3, and 5. 3, 3, and 5 is the energy run by the cubes. 3, 3, and 6 become the 12 moons. But I jumped over a piece before. When I spoke about the cube being number 21, in order to come back to ending of the complete usage of all 21 dots on the cube, okay, is 1 cube is 21. And 2 cubes equals 42. And 3 cubes equals 63. 1 moon equals 28. 2 moons equals 56. 3 moons equals 84. 4 times 21 equals 84. Therefore, I need 4 cubes to get 3 moons. So when we're running in packs of 12 on the roulette wheel, we have to understand with what reason. So now we end up with this and this. This, you see the way it started over again right after this one? Again, on the fourth one, it started over. So we know on 63, the student, the creation within the student, and it tells me over here, northeast perhaps, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 8 plus 6 equals to 14. 2 times 1, 2 plus 1 equals to 3, and 2 equals to 5. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. Just ironic the way it works out. Fixed star in Aquarius. Fix. FIX. Fixed. 69654. Seventh gate for the ninth birth percentage. 7 come 11. 9 divided by 7. 7 divided by 9. 7 divided by 9. 9 divided by 7. Any number divided into 7 will never include 3, 6, or 9, therefore will never include energy. Now, if you want to take this one step further, is that only the 7 and the 9 have 4 numbers on it. But if you go to the M, the ATM, both the Q and the Z will be missing, and they're going to put it on number 1. Both the Q, the 17th letter, 1 and 7, 8, and the Z, the 26th letter, 2 and 6, 8. On 17 we stand. 2 ways to get 17. 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. 10 and 7, 17. And what's in between it? 1 times 8, 1 plus 8. 9 and 8, 17. 34, the house of DC. The house of DC, red and blue, creates purple. Red and blue is hot and cold create warm. Purple equals to number 88, window equals to number 88. Number 22, or a 2x2 window for Mars, equals to ape, and window equals to 88. A, B, C, D equals to 10, window 10, 88 plus 10, 98. EF equals to 11, Windows 11, 88 plus 11, 99. Everything is as it is for a reason. But I'm tired. It's time to go to bed. If you have any other questions, I'd love to finish off with FOMAL. Oh, and I think I've heard that before. Alpha Pisces. Again, in the word ostiness. Here, let me do this. Wow, what happened here? So that here is the word sun. Tri can be a trifecta. It can be a trifecta. Why is it saying tri? There's st inside the word. St is inside the word, using first in front of. Au talks about gold, so gold is pliable. Um, Something to do with a nostril of some sinus nostril. I'm just looking inside the word, you know. Pisces. I thought it was spelt a little bit different. You wrote it different, right? I'm not sure which way. Why did they spell Pisces? Is this the way you spell Pisces? So you spell it this way and it's spelled that way. Pi, the division of 3, yes. Pisces, pi, the division of 3, 3 Pisces pieces. The left, the right, and the average in the center, or is it 3 pieces or 2 pieces passing through something in order to take one, pass through one, and get to the other side into what is a combination. I'm too tired, too tired. Yeah, thanks for the great participation tonight. Paran, your city is Parana. Is that in, where would that be? I'm so tired to figure it out. It sounds like it's warm. Whoa. Um, um, the moon and the sun, very important, especially the moon and the sun. All the words in the dictionary, very important. Everything's important. Catnap. ISIS. So when you're looking at ISIS, okay, that word alone is talking about Mars in itself. Um, that is actually, I like to look at it as 5 and 9 again coming together. And the reason is in the artwork that when you work on square paper, the S will look like a 5. The I letter is the 9th letter, so you can play with it both ways. If you draw a straight line and you just say 5 and 1, you can also put V1, and then again you're with Mars. 66 is another one. The other thing is Rotas Sator. So now they're talking about the moon. The reason for this is it's the 9th letter and the 19th letter. So you're both talking about 9 and 19. You're talking about the two major. You're talking about something major here. I don't know how to break it down. See, 19 is in the 10 house, because when you get to 19, it's not like 9. It's 9 with a teen. It's a 10 with a 9. It's a mirror creation. It's your first mirror creation. So there's two ways of speaking in English and French with numbers, and I'm quite sure if we speak Spanish, we're going to find another one. Or if we speak Hebrew, we're going to get another one. And what it is we go 20, we go 21, 22, blah, 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 31, 32, 42, 52, or 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 68, 69, but it doesn't happen when you get to 70. Just like they removed the Q from the 7 and the Z from the 9, when you get to 70, you are going to say 60 in French, 60. And then let's say you're going to say 77. You're going to say 77. In 80, it falls back to not normal, but it'll tell you 4 times 20. And when you get to 90, it's going to tell you 4 times 20 and 10. So when you got to 70, it was saying 60 and 10. When you got to 80, it was saying 4 times 20. Now, when you get to 90, you're saying 4 times 20 plus 10. Are you adding 10 to each one of the 20s or to all the 20s? So you're talking about 4, 2. You're talking about 4, 2, 1. And you're talking about 6-1. The half-life is in the 70s. I hope you're not confused. It's a little bit late. So the French language also separated 7 and 9, just like the telephone did, just like the ATM. No other number, but it does represent 88 and DC. Let me just see the last two. Oh, okay, Portuguese. I don't speak it, but I wish I can speak all the languages, you know. Portuguese. Oh, yes. Port, which means a ship. It could be a ship port. It could be a plug in the computer. I like to look at G and Q as almost the same thing. So it's almost like a guess. I'm just trying to figure out to guess. Okay, too tired. Good night. I appreciate it. Wait. Oh, wait. DC. Yes, DC. If you haven't seen this place at all, there's my there's the upstairs, and there's the downstairs. And this is all because of the alphabet and games and different signs I've seen all over the wherever it is, you know. Well, hold on a second. Oh, wait, cat got your tongue. No idea where that origin's from. Portugal. My cousin goes down to Portugal. He always says, "Oh, you'll come to my house in Portugal." For the last 20 years, I think it's right by an ocean bay. There's also a separation somewhere in Portugal for some reason, somewhere along that path line. I had a vision of that, but anyways, visions are. Anyways, there's a lot of things to do. I just want to save. You see, I'm this building here where we are right now. I can't even tell you how much I've been going through. Can we just get one decent person to own this place? We did. We actually did at one point, because all they want to do is toss me out and jack this up. So in order to stop that, either A, someone would be great if they would buy the building, or B, even better, create a program so I can put all my information into this program and share this program with everybody so that we can share. We can just fill it up. Alone, I can't fill this whole program up. And the more of us know, the more we will learn the alphabet story and the story from math and whatever else it is. But I'm too tired. We got to end it now. Thank you for watching this video. Good night. Share this place. Thank you. And if you can help out the channel,